Did you know that you can turn almost any ESP32-C6 board into your own Zigbee smart device? A switch, a sensor, a smart light, and much more. In this video I'll show you how. Hello, this is my SONOFF NSPanel Pro, basically a central control panel for my smart home, and it allows me to control and monitor smart devices such as light switches, sensors, smart bulbs directly from here. And this is a cheap, tiny, simple ESP32-C6 development board made by Waveshare. You probably noticed that I soldered a simple push button here. With this push button I can control my smart switch and turn this table light on and off. And change is also visible here and as well in the app. The SONOFF NSPanel Pro has built-in Zigbee 3.0 hub, so it can also act as a central hub for your Zigbee devices. And that is point of this video. Making my own sensor switches, all sorts of smart devices using an ESP32-C6 development board and Zigbee, because as you probably know, the ESP32-C6 supports Zigbee. I'm using the SONOFF because it is only Zigbee gateway I have, but compatibility will depend on the gateway you are using. But I think this will work on most gateways we can find on the market. It will also work with ESP Home and Home Assistant. I saw many videos about people using it. And it is really simple to make. There are built-in examples in Arduino IDE, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. After basic example like this switch, we can make things more interesting by using boards with display. This is Waveshare ESP32-C6 1.47 inch board, and I'm using as Zigbee temperature sensor. Here is BM180 temperature sensor. The temperature is shown here as well here, and that's the cool part, 23.3. If I warm up my sensor, so I made my own temperature sensor for my smart home. How cool is that? Or we can use some nice AMOLED board. This is Waveshare AMOLED C6 1.43. We can make touch switch, simple touch switch, battery operated, or we can use our display to make something more beautiful and with more information, with clock, with time, calendar, I don't know. We also can add temperature here. We can add a speaker to make doorbell or something. But before we continue, I need to share some news with you. I have one great news and one bad news. Great news is that a week ago this channel celebrates its 10th birthday. So thank you for being part of this journey, and if you are not part, you still have time to hit that subscribe button. The bad news is that a few days ago I turned 40. Okay, let's make Zigbee devices. For this you will need some kind of Zigbee gateway, and of course you will need ESP32-C6 board. They can be found very cheaply, these simple ones, and for example this one. And if you want to something elegant and with AMOLED display, it will cost you around $30 or something. I believe many of you already have ESP32-C6 boards, but if not, I will share links to these, and Waveshare also have a very nice C6 lineup of boards, so feel free to check them. For programming you will need Arduino IDE, and first you will need to check what version of ESP32 boards you have installed. I'm using 3.3.11, this one, and there is newer version, but these examples still don't work. This is in alpha state. So 3.3.11 version of board definition will work with those examples. We can find those examples here. Examples, Zigbee, and for example, for light, we have a on-off light Zigbee example. All examples are made by Mr. Jan Protz. Mr. Jan, I don't know how to pronounce this. Thank you, Mr. Jan. This is really amazing job. And we can see that this is a really simple example with boot pin. We can send on and off states to our Zigbee coordinator or a Zigbee gateway. What is different now is that here you need to choose flash size accordingly to flash size of your board. For example, for that simple ESP32-C6 flash size is 4 MB, but partition needs to be also Zigbee 4 MB. So if flash size is 8 MB, partition scheme needs to be Zigbee. We never use these partition schematics. And also here, usually Zigbee is on disabled. Now we need to choose Zigbee end device. And what is also very good to turn on is this: erase all flash before sketch, upload, enable. And then we can upload our sketch. So basically this is simplest sketch which will initialize Zigbee. It will connect to gateway, and each time when we press boot button, it will toggle light by pressing the button. And if we press button and hold the button for 3 minutes, for 3 seconds, it will reset device. Here you can find many examples for Zigbee devices. For controlling color dimmable light switches, for controlling fans, I use this temperature sensor sketch to make that temperature sensor I showed you. So, for example, you can use any sensor you have for temperature. I believe you have plenty of them. If not, I will post some links. And what you need to do is just in this function, add code which reads temperature from your sensor. And this function will send it to your gateway. There are some other settings you can change here, but dear Mr. Jan was nice and he added many comments, so this code is really easy to use and play with it. Also, you can find many more information here and in README. And let's say you uploaded your on-off light sketch. Now you need to go to your app or your user interface for your smart home, and you need to add this Zigbee device to your smart home. And when code is uploaded to your board, you need to add to your Zigbee network. I'm using EV-Link app because they say that they work with everything, and I will choose my NSPanel, and here I can go to gateway. I need to place my device nearby my gateway, and I will go add device. It found one device and I will add it. My new device is here. This is my new device with boot button, toggle this switch. And how to control this lamp with it? I need to go back and I will go to scene and I will add new scene. If smart device this one is on, save, then smart device, this switch will be reverse. Save name. And for turning off, if smart device this is off, then switch is reverse. And now I can turn my light on and off with this. It's that simple. Thank you. Feel free to leave a comment if you like this video. I hope this will be helpful. It is very very easy to do and very fun. I had lots of fun and I will probably use this quite often. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.